Happy Monday. I'm trying to be happy. I'm happy that I woke up this morning. All right, but Monday just be creeping around so damn fast. All right, but come on in. I'm gonna give y'all the positive vibes for the day because I always say what is gonna be a good day.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you.
Step 3,
think real hard about what you wanna be.
Step 4,
everybody just do you.
Hey!
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up,
today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up,
today's gonna be a good day.
Hey!
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up,
today's gonna be a good day. Ha! Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do.
The aftermath of preparation.
Good
food, good mood, blood in circulation.
One step at a time.
Yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration.
And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day and call it replication. What? Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Life is easy, yo. I think there's a reason, yo.
Hey!
Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm bad,
Other times I'm barely breathing, yo.
You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo.
Negative thoughts.
Some poison the ride.
Hey, good morning, Hillbilly. Good morning, Angel.
They'll never stop unless I can swap.
All the bad for the good. Hey, Pat. Good morning. Hey, what? Hey, Rochelle.
Fake it till I make it.
Positive vibes are overtaken.
I got patience.
One day at a time, that's how you operate a cadence. Afloat, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes. Hey!
I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
I live my life in my head. You know what?
Don't expect greatness.
Y'all need this song again. I gotta play this song again. Y'all need this message again. Come on in here, cause y'all don't know. This is gonna be a good day. Come on. Come on.
Everybody just do your thing. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Hey.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Cause y'all don't know.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations.
I got shit to do.
The aftermath of preparation.
Good food, good mood.
Blood in circulation.
One step at a time.
Yeah, that's how you make it.
Set a goal.
You control and the steps you
Come
take.
on in, y'all.
Try to pick
I know it's Monday. I know it's hard.
And
If I make a mistake,
it's called education.
I try to do this every day and call it replication. What?
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Get me today, cause tomorrow and Wednesday I'm in the office.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Life is easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm bad.
Other times I'm barely breathing, yo.
You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison the ride. Head full of thoughts, so he can revive. They'll never stop unless I can swap.
All the bad for the good.
In my head when I'm lost.
Hey, what? So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes are overtaken.
I got patience.
One day at a time, that's how you operate a cadence. Afloat, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes. Hey,
I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
I live my life in my head.
Like a narration.
Don't expect greatness, do my best.
Man, I'll take it.
What?
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. 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 be a good day. Wake up.
Today's gonna be a good day. Hey, good morning, you guys. Come on in. I see we have a slow morning this morning. I'm having a hot flash from hell because I did my bike early this morning, and so I'm still in thermal mode. I'm hot as hell, y'all. Seriously. This is why I tell people don't put a time frame on their workout, right? Meaning not a time frame in the sense of your workout should be 20 minutes versus an hour. That's not what I mean. A time frame meaning people get on their fitness routine or their workout routine and they say, oh, in 6 weeks, I expect this. Or in 8 weeks, I expect this. Or in 10 weeks, I expect this. Or in 6 months, I expect this. I just say, just go with the routine, right? Your body and your mind will show up. I'm still dedicated to this bike. And there's a few people that have admitted or said out loud that I inspire them. And it constantly amazes me because I don't be doing shit but riding my bike, right? And the thing is, I just had this conversation with someone else over the weekend where we oversimplify things that other people are struggling to do, right? By saying things like, all you have to do is get on your bike 3 days a week. And all you have to do is, and I have to remind myself as a human being, and I have to remind others that it's not as simple as all you need to do is this, or all you need to do is that for somebody else, right? And so I have dry sweat, everything all over my face. We need to give people grace that are struggling with staying committed to the goals that they set for themselves, right? And so, if you are that person that stays committed to your goals and, trust me, people see it and people will be inspired by that. I know Angel said on here before that many people have told her that she inspires them. And it's a beautiful thing. I used to get upset years ago, many years ago, right? I used to get upset when people used to emulate a lot of stuff that I do. But I don't get upset anymore because, we look at it as somebody copying you and trying to take your style, but nobody can take anything from you that's yours. Right? No one can take your style, no matter if they buy the same pants or the same exercise bike or whatever it is. Nobody can take what's yours, right? And I've come to learn to appreciate people that emulate the things that I do because it is a sign of inspiration. That's how I take it. I inspire you. And I love it, right? Hey, Frenchie! Oh my goodness. Frenchie is about to get on her bike and work out and do her thing and decided to join us on YouTube. Hi, Frenchie. Good morning. And so I was just sitting here talking about, working out and staying committed. And, one of the things that, now that Frenchie popped on here, there was a time that we were both struggling with our workout routine and struggling to be committed. And if y'all remember, I started out by going 8 days live on social media to hold myself accountable. And then a large portion of keeping myself accountable is I videoed a lot with Frenchie. And we worked out together. Like she would get on her treadmill and I would get on my bike. And it was like we pushed each other. So, I mean, I always say on my show as people are gathering in that, hey, Georgie, good morning, that people need people, right? And so don't be offended when people emulate your style, or don't be offended when someone reaches out and asks you, to join them in a routine or something, because people need people. And I found that I have been inspired by many and I have inspired many. So I hope that I continue to inspire, and I hope that I'm continue to be surrounded by people that inspire me. All right. And so I just want to say that getting on this bike 6 days a week is not easy. All right. Because last week was a tough week for me, because I think it was last week where I only rode the bike 2 days, right? Because I had all kind of shit going on. And so I felt like for the days that I missed, for whatever reason, I felt obese. I I felt like shit mentally. I was beating myself up mentally. And I was like, hold up. Working out is supposed to make me feel good. So if I can't work out a couple of times, I shouldn't make myself feel bad. The fuck? Right? But I'm back at it now, y'all. So come on in, come on in. Today is Monday, September 25th. You know what I say. We got some slow draggers this morning, but that's okay. They will pop in due damn time. But in the meantime, between time, hopefully everyone had a great weekend. I started to indulge in some new shows over the weekend. What did I watch over the weekend? I started watching that new series on Apple TV called The Servant. That's what it's called. It's called The Servant. And you know I like creepy shit. And so I watched 2 episodes yesterday of that. I actually watched 1 episode of, oh no, actually I'm lying. 3 episodes of The Changeling, which is also on Apple. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm still on the fence about that. So this is just show suggestions for you guys because you know we share. What else did I watch? Oh my God. I watched, thank you, Georgie. Yes, don't forget to press the like button, right? I watched Talk to Me. Y'all seen that horror movie, Talk to Me? Where the fuck is Ghost this morning? Because Ghost gave me that website, and baby, I've been living on that website. But I finally saw that scary movie, Come Talk to Me. I was a little bit scared. That shit had me looking around in the dark a little bit. You know, like looking around like, what the fuck? You know? But I love to feel that way. Anybody see well, it's called Talk to Me. Anybody see Talk to Me yet? Where they hold that dead hand and say, talk to me? If you went to horror movies, then put your eyeball on that shit, all right? I'm waiting for The Nun 2 to be in HD so that I can watch that. I'm also waiting for The Equalizer to be in HD. Although, good morning, Johnny Leon Hill. Although, damn it, Denzel Washington. I mean, I love you. But you know, as people start to get up in age and shit, I'll be wondering how many more fight scenes y'all gonna be doing. Like, after a while, y'all be looking kind of funny. Because I'm saying, I'm still gonna indulge in The Equalizer because I fucks with Denzel. All right, I fucks with Denzel hard, but I'm just saying, Denzel, you got the belly now. You are older man. I don't know how quick you could be moving in 0 point something seconds, kicking 15, 20 motherfuckers' asses in a room. Oh, you saw them both, Johnny? Well, talk to me. I saw. But The Equalizer, I haven't seen that yet. But I'm going to see it because I fucks with Denzel. Frenchie, don't be screaming because you know I love Denzel. Like that motherfucker in Training Day, he could have ate my coochie. He got them eating coochie lips. He do. Denzel. But I'm just saying, the fuck? Don't make another Equalizer after this. Okay? Fuck say it. Good morning, Aquanda. Happy to see you. Glad you are doing well. I see that you are active and you participate in the CMOS group. I love that. All right, because you got everybody in there supporting you and praying for you. All right. And so I love it, Aquanda. This is what I mean when I say get around and get the support that you need. All right. And you're doing that. This is why you my MVP. The fuck? All right, Johnny, you saw The Equalizer and it was great. So he was still moving around in 0.2 seconds, beating asses. All right. You went to the movies to see it? I'm going to go see it. I mean, no, I'm not going to go see it. I'm going to wait for the shit to come on my TV. The fuck? Oh, okay, Johnny, because okay, Johnny. Now that I could fucks with that. They're thinking about doing a prequel to The Equalizer with Denzel's son. I could fucks with that. You know, the one thing I'm gonna say about some of these actors, actresses, performers, when they bring their kids along for the ride, these motherfuckers are smart. Denzel's son is gonna make money. That's smart of Denzel, right? And just like Beyonce, I talk about Blue Ivy up there busting a move. People like she still can't fucking dance. I'm like, I know, but guess what? Guess the fuck what? I bet you there was a day Beyonce couldn't dance either. But the more Lil Blue Ivy is up there doing her, I'm telling you, she gonna learn the moves. All right. One day she's gonna surprise us. She's gonna come out on that stage and bust a move, and y'all heads are gonna flip around like the Exorcist. Y'all gonna be like, what? People that practice, you know, Denzel's son is already established. He's actually talented. Yes, he is very talented. Absolutely. And that's what I mean. Like, Denzel's son has been on the scene for a while. I love it when, you know, if their kids are interested in acting or music, I love the fact that they get their kids in it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you forcing your kids and they just don't want to fuck be bothered, like Gary Coleman never looked like he wanted to be a star, and he was like, fuck y'all. Him and Todd Bridges said, fuck y'all. I mean, I pray for them, but I'm just in the fuck saying, you know. I prayed for their careers. I did. But some of these child actors and actresses and performers, they don't fucking make it. It's hard on the boulevard for these kids. So yes, blessings to Denzel's son. So I'd support the Equalizer prequel. Georgie said, Blue might be like me. I can dance very well freestyle, but choreography mixes my head up. That part. Now, Georgie, you choreographer, your butt cheeks are choreographed. You fucking do that 1-2 isolated butt cheek shit. Got a whole OnlyFans page doing isolation on the butt cheeks. I still can't isolate my butt cheeks. I mean, how the fuck do you do that? Look at Cheryl Lee in here because she talking sweet because she just came from the Beyonce concert in Houston. Look at Cheryl Lee. Her daughter got her a Beyonce concert and a whole fucking massage. She relaxed her ass before she got her to the concert and excited her ass. Now, Blue Ivy is only 11. Okay, Cheryl Lee, what did Blue Ivy look like to you up close and personal? I feel like I don't give a fuck she's stiff. She gonna be something. She gonna be tearing asses in a couple of years. Y'all gonna be like, what? Georgie said it's a difference between feeling the music and learning a dance. I tried to do the water challenge and it was ugly booty was ugly booty was not moving like water. It was moving like a flat butt white girl. Oh, you couldn't get your butt to move right. Listen, I can never get my butt to isolate. Whatever. She was so cute. Had the whole arena screaming? Is that what it is? All right, y'all. September 25th. Let's get into the positive thought of the day because y'all know this is how we started our day. Y'all can keep the comments running up. I'm going to go ahead and read September. September is the month of trust, right? It started out by talking about the first person we need to trust is ourselves, right? That is the first person that we need to trust. That includes when we get into these whack ass relationships and we be like, why the fuck are we in these relationships? Did we trust our first instincts? Did we trust the motherfucking red flags that we saw? When we pick up friendships and we find out our friends are jealous of us and there's a lot of tension and they're talking behind your back, did we trust the selection process when we pick that motherfucking friend? Trust yourself. September is talking about the trust you have for yourself and how that rolls off into other people. So today is September 25th. Also, I have the topic on the board today, you know, because I have same-sex couples as well as heterosexual couples. We're a mixed fucking bag. So mix up the language and apply it how you need to apply it, right? This is based on a video that I reshared on IG, and it says men set the tone, women create the atmosphere. This is in a relationship. For same-sex relationships, you guys can chime in and tell me how that works. In a relationship that you're in, men set the tone, women create the atmosphere. What does that mean? What does setting the tone mean? That's the question this morning. So go ahead and run up the comments. I'm going to go ahead and read September 25th from Until Today, Ayan Lavanzan. Okay. September 25th. I experience and express the power of trust because I am living in the present moment. Do not allow yesterday's garbage to influence your experience today. Do not allow your fears about tomorrow's garbage to steal the goodness that is available to you right now. Each time you fall into the past or jump into the future, you miss what is going on right now. Right now, you have the opportunity to create a fresh start. The only things that come into your stream of thought are those things which you are ready to release or receive. Release the past. Receive your good now. Trust that when you reach tomorrow, there will be nothing but good waiting for you. Until today, you may have been recycling garbage in your mind, creating and recreating experiences that you no longer need to have. Just for today, stop collecting trash. Stop looking for it. Stop dragging it around. Bag lady, you gonna miss your bus. Dragging all them bags. Okay? Stop looking for it. Stop dragging it around. Today, I am devoted to releasing myself from past trash and fear of tomorrow. This message was for me because, child, I live in the trash of tomorrow, right? You ever find yourself worrying about the shit that happened yesterday? It keep you up all night. You know, your stomach hurt. You all concerned about it. You reliving this thing that already happened in the past over and over and over and over again. And you're asking yourself, why did this happen? How did this happen? Right? You're reliving it. This says, why the fuck are you, oh, my book is falling apart. Why the fuck are you back there reliving trash? Reliving that old trash is going to have you completely skipping the present moment. Okay? Then there's the flip side of that, right? You ever find yourself wondering, okay, about tomorrow? Things that are going to happen tomorrow, maybe an appointment you have to deal with, maybe something you got to do, maybe something you keep pushing off and you're stressed about tomorrow. You know what this said? This said, we live in the past. We dragging shit around. We worrying about tomorrow. And guess what? The present moment that we're in right now is wasted. Right? Because a lot of us are not living in the present moment. A lot of us are living in yesterday and tomorrow. What happens when you live in the present moment? I mean, this is something I struggle with on a daily basis. I wake up worried about the shit that happened yesterday. I walk around worrying about the shit that's going to happen tomorrow. I laid in the bed this morning at 3 o'clock this morning. I said, what the fuck, week? You know, I already started to think about my calendar. I thought about all the projects that I got to do. I thought about the things I got, orders I got to fill. Robbing myself of the present moment. Good morning, Ghost. Robbing myself of the present moment. Good morning, Deb. Right? We have to learn to stop living in yesterday and stop worrying about fucking tomorrow's trash. We got to learn to live in the present moment and create what we want in that moment. I know it's easier said than done. It is. I know it is. All right. And so that's the positive read for today. Okay. Live in the present moment. Trust that you can do that. Forget about yesterday's trash. Don't worry about tomorrow's trash. What can you create today? How about that? Whether it's your workout routine, that's a good example. When I said last week I had a hard week because I only worked out 2 days last week, right? And I was beating myself up. I should have just been celebrating the 2 days, the day that I was able to get on the bike and work out. I should have been celebrating that. Instead, I robbed myself of that celebration because I lived in the fact that I didn't work out them other days. right? Or you got people who are following a diet routine and they fuck up their diet over the weekend, right? And some you got a population of those people that say, you know what, fuck it, I done fucked up my diet, so I may as well just keep fucking it up. Right? And then you got the other population of people that say, fuck that, I fucked up yesterday, but today is a whole new day. Let me jump back on the bandwagon. Which person are you? Are you the person that gives up based on yesterday and tomorrow's trash? Or are you the person that just says, fuck it, I'm gonna live within this present moment and make it what I need to make it for right now? Message to myself and to y'all if y'all want it. I'm just saying. All right. Georgie said, let me go back down to Georgie shaking a tail feather. Wait, you said you did what in the shower? See, Georgie, I can't. With a long wig, bathroom was wet as the outside of a motherfucking city pool after a cannonball. Did you put that on your OnlyFans page, Georgie? Like you were in the shower with your bikini doing, what were you doing? I'm gonna have to subscribe to your OnlyFans page because I want to know what the fuck is going on over there. The fuck? Oh, you were in a bathing suit. Oh, because I was going to say, baby, you over there naked on OnlyFans? Because what the fuck? Look, I'm not judging, boo. I'm not judging, but I was getting ready to get on your page and figure out what the fuck was going on over there and wonder, is your man's on it too? Is he naked too? Is he slinging around something? The fuck? Because come on now. Cheryl Lee says she was so cute. Stadium screaming her name. Ice Cube has a son that has a series on Apple TV as well. Now, Ice Cube's son is doing some shit too. Yep, Ice Cube's son is doing some shit too. Johnny said, I'm still beating myself for missing a line in the play from 2 weeks ago. Oh, Johnny, what line did you miss? Tell me what line you missed. Which line did you miss? And did anybody notice you missed it besides yourself? I want to know what line you missed. And I want to see if I remember that line. All right? I want to know. Frenchie said, my friend who was a therapist said, if you're depressed, you're probably focusing too much on the past. And if you're feeling anxiety, you're probably thinking too much about the future. Wow. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one, y'all. That's a really damn good one. If you find yourself being depressed, and this comes from a therapist, you're probably focusing too much on the past. Okay? And if you're feeling anxiety, which is my thing, because I'm always thinking about the trash of the fucking future. Okay? You're probably thinking too much about the future. We have to focus on the now. And it's easier said than done. We are a creature of habit. We are a people that put appointments in our calendars. We schedule everything out. So we already know what's happening tomorrow, what's happening next week. And we're already thinking about it, focusing on it, worrying about it. Right? We are a population of people that have bills with due dates on it. You know, your credit card is due here. This is due here. Rent is due here. And so we're already thinking about, am I going to have my rent money on the 1st? Am I going to have this on the 15th? Am I going to have this? We are a creature of a population of people that plan and have dates for things. Right? And so it's hard to live in the now, but we have to actively push ourselves to live in the present moment, right? Because you're right. Depression, focusing on the past. Anxieties, worrying about shit that hasn't even the fuck happened yet. Wait a minute. Georgie said, we do have a soft porn 69, all ass from my end. Oh, wait, hold up. So, anybody on here is on Georgie's OnlyFans page? Just raise your hand. Anybody on here? I won't judge y'all. Did y'all sign up for Georgie's Only fucking Fans page? I won't judge you. This is how we support each other. This is how we support each other. What the fuck? Okay, Cheryl Lee said she didn't notice a line was missed. Johnny said it was the line where I was supposed to say what you're saying, because if they fired me, I'd be done shot me a honky. I missed that whole line. Oh my God. Okay. And so, Johnny, what happened when you missed the line? Did they all stare at you? Did they all stare at you on the stage like, or did they just keep going with it to cover for you? Y'all, good morning, y'all. All right. You just catching what Johnny is saying? Oh, that's when him and Lucas was talking. Good morning, Juanita. Good morning. Good morning. Well, Johnny, listen. I'm so sorry that you missed that line. Oh, you kept going. Well, that's what the fuck they supposed to do. I'm sure, Johnny, you're not the first person. Good morning, Reginaldo from Brazil. I'm sure you are not the first person or the last person that missed a line in the play. Reginaldo. Frenchie, you ever missed a line in the play? You've been in a good enough of them. You ever missed a line in a play, Frenchie? And if you did, what did they do? Did they just keep going? Did they make you feel bad about it? Did you get in trouble for it? Georgie said, y'all said, Georgie, I'm helping my friend start his, but he's going to be reading a book because according to him, bitches like his voice. Hold up. Hold up. Hold the fuck up. Wait a minute. We didn't even get into the topic yet. The topic is men in a relationship. Men set the tone. Women what the fuck is it? Y'all got me my head all fucked up. Atmosphere. In a relationship, men set the tone, women create the atmosphere. What does this mean to you guys? I don't know what the fuck it means. I'm waiting for a man to come and set the tone in my house, because the way these men been menning, they the men that I had living under the same roof with me, if that was the tone they set, it was raggedy as fuck. And it made me angry. I don't want that kind of tone in there, because the atmosphere that came out of me from the tone that they set was very ugly. And so I need a man that's going to come in and set the tone where the atmosphere is nice. So what does that mean when it says in a relationship, a man sets the tone and a woman sets the atmosphere? And if you're in a same-sex relationship, muddy it up, make it make sense for your particular situation, right? But I don't know what it feels like for a man to set the tone where I'm at peace and I feel comforted and protected while living in a house with me. I want to know what that looks like. Johnny, you look like a good man that can answer this question. What does it mean when it says men set the tone and women create the atmosphere, right? I'm thinking women create the atmosphere, which means that your sheets are going to smell good, your house going to smell good, you're going to get some good loving when you get home. You know, you're going to get some sucking and shit. But what does setting the tone look like? What does setting a good tone look like? I need the men to answer this, because I don't know. The fuck? Wait, so he's gonna read a book on his OnlyFans page because bitches like his voice. So he's gonna read a book. What kind of book is he gonna read? 50 Shades of Grey? What the fuck he gonna be doing on the OnlyFans? I mean, he not gonna be reading Iyanla Vanzant. I need more. Okay, Georgie said, my clip store opens this week. Clips are from 1 minute to 13 minutes for the folks who don't want to subscribe. That's on the OnlyFans too? You could do little short clips? I ain't mad at y'all. Pat. See, you always come in here with some humdinger shit. But, okay, so Pat said, what about this notion? She's challenging the do not focus on the future and the past shit, right? We said trash, Pat, right? Don't focus on the past trash and the future trash. Now, of course, Pat is saying, what about this notion? If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Shouldn't we focus on the future? In this positive reading, do we think it meant do not focus on the future at all? Right? Or What do you guys think it means? Because I think we certainly have to plan for the future, right? We have savings accounts and we have things of that nature. We have to plan for the future. But it said don't focus on past trash and future trash, right? And so if you're planning to buy a house, I don't think that that's considered future trash, but it can trigger anxiety. So I don't know. Good question. Oh, Johnny said Frenchie don't miss nothing with her singing self. Ah, you don't know that. Frenchie, you ever missed a line? You don't know that she could, but maybe she's so good you don't recognize it. I would, Frenchie, you ever miss a line? Hillbilly said past, present, and future must be balanced. How do you balance something like that, Hillbilly? You know you can't just throw shit out there like that, and I'm not going to say how. You know, you got to give an example of what that looks like. What do you mean? You know, what do you mean? Georgie said they have people doing fitness on OnlyFans too. You can do anything. Oh, okay. But it has to be something people are interested in, because don't you have to pay a fee for OnlyFans? I know for the fee finder page, you got to pay $14.99 a month. And I'm like, what? To put my feet up on the screen, I need to pay $15 a month. Like, I didn't understand that. I was like, am I going to make enough money to get back my $15 a month? How much they sell a feet pic for? And then I was reading the reviews and it said so many people have, you know, memberships with Feet Finder that it's a lot of fucking feet out there. The fuck? And you know what kills me? A lot of men be talking about they don't like feet. They don't like putting feet in their mouth. But motherfuckers on Feet Finder, there's a lot of y'all motherfuckers out there. Georgie said, y'all, they have erotic AI writers now. He can create his own sexy stories free. It's like $5 a day or unlimited for 15. Okay. Wait, Ghost said, Cat in the Hat still gonna get paid. I'm fucking dead. That's true. You saying Ghost, he can get on fucking OnlyFans and read Cat in the Hat? I know that's right. He could read Zane. Her books make your cat throb. That's a good one. He could read Zane. That's a good OnlyFans read. That's a good one. Or he could read the Michael Baisden ones too. Like The Maintenance Man. Who didn't like that? I keep talking about The Maintenance Man. I'm like, y'all. He wants to read The Art of War. That's what the motherfuckers in jail read. I don't want to hear The Art of War on the OnlyFans page. He better go. Y'all, please tell him to go purchase some Zane books. Because the fuck? That part, Johnny. See, you always come on here with some dimes. Oh, Johnny said, I think she was saying is don't be so future-based that you don't enjoy your present. Tomorrow is not promised. That. Don't be so future-based that you don't enjoy the present. That part. Wait a minute. This is for OnlyFans. Is that serious? I have a whole coach helping me. I plan on investing in a girl who is the top 1% of people on OnlyFans next. I'm currently in the top 40% with 5 subscribers in 5 weeks. It's that hard to work OnlyFans? See, I can't. Getting 1,000 subscribers on TikTok stressed me the fuck out. Okay? Then when I got the 1,000 subscribers, I was like, okay, now what? What the fuck is the big deal? I don't even go live that much anymore on TikTok. I do it. It's just that I had to have that first 1,000. And now I have like 14,000 followers on TikTok. And I'm like, what is the big deal? And in my head, I'm like, maybe I can get to 20K followers. Like, they make us like run after these subscribers and these followers for what? I mean, the monetary gifts, but you be working fucking hard to get 50 cents from TikTok. Okay? I mean, I've been working TikTok for a long time, and I think I got a little over $100 sitting in my TikTok account. I'm like, seriously? So now you tell me OnlyFans is hard. I can't. I can't. I don't even think I'm allowed to have an OnlyFans. I don't know if my job is going to fire me if they find out I got an OnlyFans. I got to stay away from that. Hillbilly said, learn from the past, make better decisions now based on a plan for the future. Learn from the past. Make better decisions now, living in the present moment, based on a plan for the future. Okay. That's where the balance comes in. That's where you're talking about the balance. Deb says, so I guess there's no reason to be broke these days. Well, there was never a reason to be broke, Deb. You could always sell ass. We just choose to have, we just choose not to do certain things. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you don't have to be broke, but you might have to brush off some of your morals and be like, let me just put some of y'all morals up on the bench a little bit while I go out here and make a little bit of money. Good morning, Mika. I'm just saying. You can have free pages or you set up a price from $5 and up. Girl, listen, I be so intrigued with these OnlyFans and I be jealous at the same time. I'm happy for you. Cheryl said, you can have balance by staying mindful while planning and taking action. You have a healthy balance between living in the now and preparing for the future. Okay. Georgie said he should read The Art of Seduction. That's a good one. Wait. That's right, Aquanda. And you can't get yesterday back. So why do so many of us focus on what happened yesterday? Why do so many of us focus on what happened in the past, knowing that we can't get the past back? We can't change it. So why do we live in the past? That's a great point. Hillbilly said The Art of War should be owned by all men. My son read that in jail. He still has the book. Right, and read it. Right, Hillbilly, because it's the difference between having the book and reading the book. You know, it took my son to be in jail to read all the shit like The Art of War, the COINTELPRO papers and all that shit. Like, he was like, oh, like all this newfound information. I was like, oh, you had to go to the Who Scout to read that shit? Well, Georgie, that's true. I mean, I know you have to advertise. And I see you advertising that OnlyFans. I see it. Right, Georgie. Oh my God. How about this? Y'all didn't even touch on today's topic, but y'all are in today's word. It's crazy that a lot of people have anxiety about a day they will never see again. You know, I mean, I'm healing though. Because, baby, my life, the way it is today, listen, my stomach used to hurt over some shit. I tell y'all all the time on here, my stomach used to hurt over some shit. And recently, you know, I had an occurrence where I thought my stomach was going to hurt, and it didn't. It didn't. Because you know what? I'm doing the work. I'm healing, right? And shit that used to bother me before, I don't give a fuck about. I don't. I used to care a lot about a lot of things, right? And I realized that it was unnecessary for me to care about them. So I don't. And my stomach hurts less. But this is a practice, especially for people who suffer anxiety. I'm always concerned about shit that already happened and shit that's going to happen in the future. I struggle with living in the now. I have to force myself to live in the now. It's so easy for people to put words and say, oh, just live in the now. Just like today's word. This is why it's constant read year after year after year. It's a constant reminder that I'm a work in progress. All right. So I am one of those people that have to force myself to live in the now, right? While also healthily planning for the future, right? And healing from the past without trying to live in the trash of the past. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy. Oh, that's what they do, Georgie. Let me transfer my money. Cause wait, I need to get my money. They can ban you and then you can't get your money out of TikTok. Wait, what? Let me get my money. I'm gonna transfer my money out today. Let me get my money out of TikTok. Thank you for that information, Georgie. I don't know what I was waiting for. I was waiting to see a big fucking amount. You know, like something exciting. Exactly. See, that's my thing, Georgie. I have my granddaughter on social media, so I don't really, and my mama is on social media, so I'm really careful about what I put on social media. You know, as far as because you know me with the OnlyFans, somebody gonna find my ass. They're gonna be like, your ass is out there on OnlyFans, and I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Mind your business. Okay. Deb said, thank you, Deb, because I'm not by myself. Deb said, I struggle with that too. I find myself being so worried about tomorrow. I always need this reminder. And Deb, it's a work in progress, baby. Like, I tell you, 3:00 this morning, I was up worrying about the day, I'm already worrying about tomorrow, me going into the office. What am I going to wear? What does that look like? Is it going to rain? I'm already fucking up my Monday, thinking about Tuesday. You understand what I'm saying? And I had to, 3:00 in the morning, it woke me up out my sleep. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't have to worry about this until later tonight. I'm fucking up my whole Monday worrying about what the fuck is going to happen on Tuesday. No, right? And so, Deb, this is just a reminder for us, okay? Pat said, there is a saying that means so much to me. Why worry? It probably won't happen anyway. This is so profound. Why worry? It probably won't happen anyway. Because 9 times out of 10, we're thinking the worst, right? Out of a situation. You know, we rob ourselves. Cheryl Lee said, The Art of War is a good book, applies to a lot of aspects of life. It'll help with strategy and achieving. Maybe I should read the shit. Georgie said, I'm basically a go-go dancer. Okay, we got a little go-go bar over here in Hackensack, and they be jumping over there, and it be black folks in there. So I said, I got to go inside the go-go bar. I didn't go this weekend because the weather was bad, even though it's inside, right? I could have went. I'm going to take my little happy ass over to this go-go bar one day and see what the fuck be going on in this go-go bar, because I've never been in a go-go bar. I've been to strip clubs. I've never been to a go-go bar. Okay, y'all. So on Sundays, you start worrying about Monday. Y'all said, Georgie, where do you advertise? I see her advertise on IG. You know, you use your social media pages to advertise, I would imagine. Yes, Deb, please do that. We always automatically think the worst, right? I'm going to intentionally start thinking the best. Yeah, think the best, because you know, the cup is half full, not half empty. It's how we look at situations. Sharon Lee said, the book, The Power of Now, is a good read to help with learning to live in the present instead of the past or the future. The book, The Power of Now. All right, Sharon Lee done gave us a book, The Power of Now. I'm trying to read, I don't have it in front of me, the Michael Baisden book that says Don't Lie to Me. That's a new book that I purchased that I'm going to read. So if anybody on here wants to get that book, purchase it and let's read it. We could do that. I bought it because I'm hopping into a book club. Well, Kia's supposed to be starting a book club. She ain't started yet, and I ain't started to read the book yet. She already started reading it. I'm going to start reading it though. Michael Baisden, Don't Lie to Me. Michael Baisden also is starting a book club, she said, on this particular book. Johnny said, Cheryl Lee, I know a lady who swears by E. Tolle books. Oh, Eckhart Tolle. Okay, Eckhart Tolle is the author. Okay, thank you, Cheryl Lee. Johnny said, not to get deep, but Matthew 6:34 says, so don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Today's trouble is enough for today, isn't it? Thank you, Matthew. Isn't it? Isn't it? Nobody commented on today's topic. Men set the tone. Women create the atmosphere. I don't know what that means. I haven't had a tone. Well, I'm lying. I've had tone set in my house, but it was raggedy tone. And so I created a raggedy atmosphere. So I guess men do set the tone. But I want to know what it's like when men set the tone for women that create these soft atmosphere for the men. Like, are there men on here that feel like they set a calm tone in their house, and as a result, they get what they need from their woman based on the tone that they set in the house? I brought The Way of the Superior Man by David, something for all men in my life. Awesome stuff. I read a lot. I read a bit. Okay. The Superior Man by David, something. Okay. That's another book. Fellas, if y'all are looking for books to read, to help guide you through your day-to-day challenges, a couple of books have been thrown out here. Art of War. Some of y'all might have read that. The Power of Now and The Way of the Superior Man. Those are all books. Pat said, today's saying is the ideal situation. Men should provide the place, the physical home, and the women. Oh, this is atmosphere versus tone. Today's saying is the ideal situation. Men should provide the place, the physical home, and women nurture the space, making a house a home. Okay, so that is tone versus atmosphere. So tone is provide physical space, women nurture, providing a home feeling. Good morning, mother. I love it, right? And I guess feel appreciated doing it, because I always created a home feeling, but I didn't feel appreciated because the tone was raggedy, And so I would imagine if a man sets a respectable tone and the woman is nurturing and providing the comforts of the home, that above and beyond just her providing it, she also feels a sense of, like appreciation from her man based on the tone that he sets in the house. Now, if you have one of those men that come home and is grouchy every fucking day, don't really want to talk, don't want to interact, very moody, that's going to throw off the atmosphere in the house. Now, the woman might still be nurturing. She might still be cooking and cleaning and shit like that, but she might not feel appreciated, right? And so her attitude might be funky in the house. That was me. I'm just saying. Well, Cheryl Lee, that's what I was asking. What does setting the tone mean, right? And so this is what I was hoping that you guys could come out and respond. I would imagine setting the tone is the airs in the house. Like, again, if your man came home grouchy every day, didn't want to interact, went in his little private space and closed the door and just did what he did, that would almost set the atmosphere of the woman, how she responds to him, how she moves in the house, what she does, maybe even, how she interacts with him on a regular basis could be based on the way he moves in the house, whether he's grouchy or whether he's pleasant. I would think that that's kind of like the tone. Deb said, I literally just had this conversation about men setting the tone, or at least trying to. But what do they do if the woman isn't receptive to what they are trying to set? I need an example. Yes, I agree, Ghost. I love Denzel's son's character in Ballers. I agree. What happens when men are setting the tone in the house or trying to set the tone in the house and the woman isn't receptive? Deb has a question. The woman isn't receptive to the tone that the man is trying to set. Then what? What happens? Johnny said most families take on the personality of how the head of the household leads. If you have a home where the man and the woman complement one another, your home will be harmonious. But if you have, I'm waiting for the rest. Oh, if you have competing ideologies, you will have chaos in the house. Who sets that tone? Johnny. Because what you said is most families take on the personality of the head of the household. So the head of the household in this, for conversation's sake, is the man, right? And so we're going to say he's the head of the household. All right. So if you have a household where the man and the woman complement one another, how does that, what about the tone, Johnny? Right? What about the tone? Who sets the tone initially? Oh, Ghost said at some point the man will leave. So this is the answer to Debbie's question when Debbie said, if the man is trying to set the tone, right? But the woman is receptive, is not receptive to it, then what? At some point the man will leave. You know, it's so funny because I was laughing this weekend. I was talking to my friends on the phone, and we were talking about relationships and shit like that. And I was like, you know what? Just talk about my friends. I'm not talking about every woman. I'm just talking about my friends and I'm not judging them. I was like, bitches, y'all are bitches. Y'all don't listen. Y'all hard-headed. That's why the fuck we crack the fuck up. I was like, that's why we struggle to get our men because we don't fucking listen. We hard-headed. And they were like, you right. I was like, we got to do better. We got to do better. And we fucking talk back. Listen, the fuck. At some point, the man will leave. Right? But now, back to Deb's question when she said the man is trying to set the tone. But what kind of tone? Because I've had men that tried to set the tone and it was raggedy. And I'm not, You're not going to come in here and set no raggedy ass tone. Now, I am one of those women that will not be receptive to the tone that you set if it's raggedy. And so I would expect at some point you leave. Right? But how do we know when we have a healthy tone that's being set in the house? Right? How do you know when you have a healthy tone? Because every tone ain't healthy. Right? And every tone don't need to be receptive. You don't have to be receptive to every tone. But what is a healthy tone? What kind of tone would be harmonious in your household? Y'all said my friend tried to be the man, but his woman fought him tooth and nail. They eventually broke up after 3 years. I'm shocked he stayed that long. When you say your friend tried to be the man, what does that mean? What did he try to do? Oh, now y'all, we said that too. We said that too this weekend. We fucking said it. We were like, but them mean ass bitches be getting married. The fuck? And I don't know what kind of tone the 600-pound lifers be having, but they always got a man or a woman. So what the fuck tone they setting in their house? But you right, y'all. Y'all said, I don't know, Roy. I see mean bitches getting rings every day. I think they like it. I think you right, y'all. I think you fucking right. Oh, here you go, Ghost. Jeannie Mae and Jeezy. Come on, let's talk about it. Being honest. But to be honest, that's why a lot of black men date outside their race, for real. This why Jeezy and Jeannie Mai are getting a divorce, because there seemed to have been a cultural clash. Supposedly her mama been living with them and her family members are all up in their face, and Jeezy is like, nah, fuck that. They might marry outside their race, but that don't mean it's healthy. You know, men be thinking they hurt our feelings when they marry outside the race, like, oh, that's why I'm gonna marry outside the race, because y'all don't fucking to listen. It don't look like the outside the race people are listening either. So now what? Oh, y'all say, yeah, and those men accept the same shit they complain about black women from other races. Tell them, y'all. Listen, my whole Chinese girlfriend, Nancy, she Chinese, but she not for the shits. Okay, she gonna give you the same energy that I give. Now, I don't know, like this whole misconception about being outside the race. I just think that y'all be so overjoyed that that person is a different color from y'all, that y'all be so excited that y'all act like y'all don't see these red flags and these behaviors that exist across human beings regardless of their race and ethnicity. But that's okay. The Jeezy situation is a reminder that regardless of the race, any couple that isn't intended to be together will probably encounter a number of issues. Period. Period. Stop thinking marrying outside the race is going to get y'all something else. It's going to get y'all something else. It's going to get y'all maybe a different cultural experience. But don't think that some of the same similar problems is not going to fucking happen. Okay? And you know what? It kills me because this is the same woman who said on the reel out loud and open, and you can find it out there. It's on Google, and I posted it on my Facebook page, that she says she only would like to keep her dark meat on the side. She like white meat as the main. This is the woman who said it on the reel, and Tamar was like, wait, what you said? And she was like, I like dark meat on the side. But yet you married a dark meat. And you men, and the dark meat heard her say it, and he still married her. But they will beat down a black woman for saying some shit against black men all day or all night. But here we go. Jeannie Mae talking about, I like my dark meat on the side. But dark meat stood up front and center and married her, and now divorcing. I'm just the fuck saying. Ghost said black women weren't raised to be wives. They were raised to survive. And black men were raised to be husbands? Or were they also raised to survive? Because I feel like black people in general were raised to survive, right? But for whatever reason, the black men think that the black women is wrong for being raised to survive. But they were also raised to survive. We were both raised to survive. So why penalize us? Like, what the fuck y'all doing? Like, what you thought y'all were raised to do? Be husbands? No. Y'all motherfuckers was raised to survive too, in my opinion. Deb said, do people pray before marrying their spouses? And if prayer isn't your thing, what do you do to confirm you are aligning yourself with the right person? I feel judged. I don't know, Deb. I be guessing. My cootie cat decides. I don't the fuck know. I certainly don't pray. Sometimes I pray, but it's not consistent. Maybe that's the problem. The fuck? I need to pray a little bit. Y'all said that's what's missing, God. Maybe. Oh, look at here. Ghost coming for y'all next today. Black men adapt to their environment. Black women want to control the environment. Who gonna answer this? Mm-mm. Who gonna fucking answer this? Let me put the guest link up there. Who gonna answer this? I got a few more minutes to spare before I have to end the show. Black men adapt to their environment. Black women want to control the environment. It's funny because today's topic is men set the tone, women create the atmosphere. If that's true, then this statement seems opposite of that. What do y'all say? Pat said, Ghost, I hate to burst your bubble. But black men marrying outside have the highest divorce rate. Let them know. On the other hand, black women marrying white men have the longest staying power of all. Let them know. Let them know. Come on. Johnny said, I talked to God and asked him before I got married. And then when he answered, I ran for a little bit, but then I got together and got smart. Mm-hmm. I like it, Johnny. You tried to run, but God was like, get your little ass back here and do the right thing. I like it. I like it. Dad said divorce is such a higher rate these days, and I hate seeing couples go through it. But I take a step back and wonder, why are these relationships failing at such high rates? I don't know. I think I want to say this. One, I know for me, the failure of my relationships, I want to say, is moving too fast. In my opinion, because there are some people who move really fast and they're together forever, right? But for me, in my opinion, I think that people get together and they fall in love and they let their emotions guide the relationship, right? Instead of the logical side, right? I have to speak for a woman, right? If we like the dick, right? We like the way the man look, if he's making a little bit of money, all of those things are exciting in the beginning and he's spending the time with us. Sometimes our emotions cast shadows over the red flags and the things that we see, but we might ignore because we are so caught up in that euphoric feeling. And sometimes we decide to be in a relationship based on that euphoric feeling. And I think that's why a part of me dragging this aspect of my life out a little bit, because I want to be sure, right? I want to be sure because I feel like every other relationship that I got into it fairly quickly based on those initial euphoric feelings. But now I want to travel with the person. I want to be with the person when, if they have a financial crisis, like how the fuck do they handle that? I want to be with a person and see how they take care of their own living space for a year or so. Like they pay their bills on time, what are their goals and stuff like that. Like I'm paying attention to a lot more things that I didn't pay attention to before when I dated, right? And in paying attention to these other aspects, it takes a little longer for me. And so maybe relationships are not lasting because people are jumping into them really quickly without really building the foundation that the relationship needs. I don't know. And then, like y'all said, the absence of God for those that believe. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. Ghost says, see how you spoke that positive possibility about that white man? We don't hear that about a black man. And you're a black woman. See what I mean? What did I say about I said something positive about a white man? Because I don't know. I think I celebrate my black men a lot. I mean, I just think that y'all need so much celebrating that the celebrating that we do is just never enough. And no matter how much we celebrate black men will come out and say, black women don't celebrate us. Black women don't celebrate us. But God dang it, I don't even date white men. So I don't give a fuck what I say about a white man. I date black folk. That's a compliment in itself, because I could be so tired of y'all black asses that I leave and go date outside my race. But I don't. I still love a black man or a black woman. The fuck? I like it. So that's a compliment in itself. Deb said, I hate it, y'all. And this division amongst black women and men is so disheartening. We bicker and argue more than we show love to one another. It's time to stop and listen to each other more. It is, but we not. Because the black woman is the least loved. And we know that statistically, right? And every time we talk about it, the black man wants to beat the black woman in that arena by crying out that they are the least loved. But we know stat-wise, black women are the least loved. We are the more attacked. Okay? And yes, I agree with you, Deb. I'm sick of it too. E.T., come get me. We need to love up on each other more. Cheryl Lee said, don't look like the white women want to submit either, since their divorce are higher than the black women with white men. Period. This is the... Because I don't give a fuck what's going on in the black community, right? Our black men should never be saying, this is why we marry white women. Like, that's corny. Like, don't even say that or marry women outside of our race. No, motherfucker, you need to be trying to marry your black sisters, okay? That's it, and that's all. I mean, if you happen to like other races and you happen to fall into another race in a relationship, that's your business. But when you purposely say, I'm not going to date within my race, then that's when I'm side-eyeing you like, bitch, you purposely trying to avoid dating in your race. What is that? Right? I'm saying that I'm agreeing with you, Cheryl Lee. These men that marry outside their race, they're dealing with some of the same situations that they deal with with a black woman. But because it's a black woman, they're going to say the negative shit. They're not going to say it against the white women. That's unfortunate. Ghost said, if you take race out of it completely, if everyone learned how to take accountability for their own actions, things could work through a lot better. Now, I'm going to agree with that. Accountability. You know, we talk about that all the time. I'm going to agree with that. Yeah. Take accountability for your actions. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Listen, that's what I say, y'all average logical thinker. People don't take enough time to vet their mate. They go based on, oh, look how cute you are.
Really?
You did your hair? Let me see.
Nah, I just put it up in like 2 little ponytails a bit so it can stay out my face.
All right.
Nah.
So what you got to say, Ghost?
Nah,
I agree with that. Accountability.
I was just coming on here because I couldn't keep up typing because I was gonna start driving.
Okay. Y'all said we can celebrate black men till the wheels fall off and it won't be enough. They move the goalpost every day. It's exhausting. Oh!
But that's the thing. Black men ain't never celebrated by black women, so try to start and see what happens.
What?
In my experience, let me say that. How about that?
So you don't feel celebrated in your life as a man, Ghost?
Nah, I ain't say me personally. Man.
But
I just mean like overall.
But let's talk about you. Let's take one man at a time.
Yeah, I'm good. Shit, I'm married now. I'm not out there in the dating world to know what no other bitch doing. Well,
so
for me anyway.
So black men do get celebrated because you're being celebrated.
I'm 38. You see how long it took me to find somebody that celebrated a black man or made me feel like this?
Got it.
38. So clearly it took a while. So it ain't that many out there. It ain't that many out there doing it.
Yep, Shirley,
And,
I
you know what I'm saying? I was like, and it kind of still go back to the conversation that we had. Was it like last week or some shit like that? When we were talking about how the black race is the only race or women you ever hear say we don't know, we don't need a man, but you don't never hear no other race say that. I mean, it's like in the same
we said
shit.
we don't know what they say.
Nah, bullshit.
That's
Yeah,
what
we
we
do.
said.
Well, either way it go, you hear the black women on social media, you hear it everywhere. Like that is a known thing for a black woman to say, but ain't no known thing for no other race of a woman to say.
Well, Deb said at Ghost, the only reason I brought race into this is because I care about us more than anything. And we need to do better, period. I see us bickering more than anyone else.
Well, I do too, on some real shit. But like I say, like it's the one thing that I mentioned earlier. I guarantee you, it's accountability. Like nobody wants to step accountability for the shit that they do. Like everybody wants to always point the finger at the person that reacts to the bullshit that somebody do. You know what I'm saying? It's never the initiator. It's never the person that did the initial thing.
Mhm.
Or period. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get mad about something that somebody did, and the person that did it don't feel like you should be upset because they wouldn't be so upset about it. But they knew that you don't like that type of shit anyway. But they still did it, but expected you to like it. You know what I'm saying? Like it be shit like that.
Pat said Ghost. I was just saying statistically, black women and white men stay together longer than all marriages. Why is this? Ghost, tell me why you think this is. Because
Well, I
this is
think it's the comment that I put on there earlier because I guarantee you, them black women actually submit to that white man. You know what I'm saying? Unlike they submit to a black man. They don't submit to a black man. And then you feel like I guess because he your same race, you comfortable and you argue with him, you bitch with him, you nag him, you do all this old extra ass dumbass shit. But as soon as you get with this white man, you feel like you superior than a motherfucker. Now you gonna listen to him, you gonna follow him, like the fuck out of here with all that.
so y'all. Thank you, y'all, because I knew I wasn't in suspended in animation because y'all said I did a whole live praising black men, but it ain't enough because you aren't who he wants to be celebrated by. Let's be
I was
real.
like, I never saw that.
You never saw that live. You were on it.
Oh, I thought she said she did a whole live.
No, she said, see, Roy, you literally did a live praising black men, but it ain't enough because you aren't who he wants to be celebrated by.
Well, see, this thing did a whole live to celebrate the black man only because the live before that was talking down about a black man. So there you
It
go.
did, Shirley. Feminism started with the white woman. It did.
And matter of fact, I'm the one that asked since all this negativity going on about a black man, can we do a positive show about a black man? That's why the show came.
Yeah.
So y'all, again, it only got celebrated because a black man had to say something
But
about too much of this black negativity shit going on.
we still did it. Pat said, ghost
Not on your own though.
white women submit, not black women.
Exactly. Like I said, white or black women, one raised to be wise, was raised to survive. And I'm not saying that's y'all fault. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't point the finger at y'all at all. I'm just saying that that's what it is. So honestly, what you can do again, accountability. Like we too grown at this point to be instead of using that shit as excuse. Oh, I wasn't raised that way. I did. Motherfucker, learn. You learned everything else.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, you went to that job and went through training and learned some new shit. Learn some shit for your personal life. Want to hear them bullshit ass excuses, man? Like I don't. Like black men, like we don't complain about none of this shit. We adapt. Man, we adapt to our environment. We don't be say, oh man, no, you should. It should be like this. Man, look, women create the dating scene. Like women choose who get sex, men choose who get married. You know what I'm saying? We just
Say it
adapt to
again.
the. We
Say
adapt to the shit.
women choose who gets sex and men choose what?
Who get married? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like we adapt to the dating scene that women created. You know what I'm saying? Like women pretty much hold the ball on, you know what I'm saying, what man's gonna get me type shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get to choose what man gets that attention from you.
Yeah.
Like I say, man. That motherfucker at your job tell you to go do something. You know, then tell you to learn this, learn that. Guess what? You ain't finna argue with that motherfucker. You gonna go do it. Why the
Listen,
fuck you arguing with your man then? Why not
I've
just go
been,
do it?
I've been in them 7:45 a.m. training classes. I got to do it.
You see what I'm saying? And look, and you gonna do them classes, and you gonna do them classes.
Yep.
And that's what I'm saying. Like at any given day, like to these people, you just a motherfucking number. You know what I'm saying? You can get fired today. You know what I'm saying? But when we talking about a man that you talking about spending the rest of your life with, why the fuck wouldn't you learn something new? Why wouldn't you learn something different? You know what I'm saying? But you would do it for this white motherfucker at this job though. Miss me with that bullshit, dog. Like motherfucker make excuses, man. It's excuses.
Deb said, now, Ghost, I love you, but you said men don't complain. You on here going off now. Is that not complaining?
No, we're talking about within the relationship or how things are, or how the dating scene is.
You
Like
know Debbie got to be
we don't
devil's
complain about
advocate
it,
with you.
huh?
You know Deb got to be devil's advocate with you.
And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That way, if you don't fully understand, you can get some more. Like get the fuck on, bitch. You can turn right on red. Get the
Oh,
fuck out of
wait,
here.
Shirley, that's another great question. Why is the other women of the other race not submitting to the black man either? They still have the highest divorce rate, whether they marry black or other. So with the high divorce rate of black men marrying outside of their race, right? What's up with those women? Do you think it's because those women are not submitting to the black man? So you're saying the black woman submits to the white man, but the white woman does not submit to the black man.
Shit, I can't fucking tell you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the same time,
But in the
shit.
same breath,
If your own black women don't respect you and want your ass, why the fuck they got to?
so then why? So then why? When you said that's why black men date outside their race, if they know that, why do they do it? If
I
they're
said,
black women doing it,
I don't know that they know that that's a higher divorce rate than black on black marriages. I don't know that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but
If
black
we
men are quick to say white women submit, but we know that that's
was it, I didn't
white
say white
women
women.
have the
I didn't
divorce
say
rate.
but I didn't specifically say white women. I just said outside their race.
Or
I said they date
outside
outside.
their race. Or let's say outside their race. Forget white women. Women outside
And
their
I've
race.
been I've dated outside my race twice. And if I'm being honest, I mean I was younger when it happened, but if I'm being honest, nah, the motherfuckers actually submitted like a motherfucker. Like there's a big difference. I would say, especially like I said, I was young. I was like my senior year of high school, and then right out of high school. I would say, just think about it from back then. Yeah, they submit way more than a black woman. They argue way less than a black woman. Like they actually do what the fuck you tell them to do type shit. And it's like, and when I say they do what you tell them to do, it's not like we're trying to tell you what to do as far as like control your life and all this other shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's more so like to say, like leading. You know what I'm saying? Feeling like, okay, I'm the man. It's naturally in me to be like, all right, look, let's do X, Y, and Z. Like, man, if a nigga got a motherfucking plan, why not? Why wouldn't you follow it? Like, especially if you ain't got one. You know what I'm saying? And that means a plan for y'all, not a plan just for you, but a plan for y'all. If you ain't got a plan for y'all and he do, why the fuck wouldn't you follow him? Like, I don't understand. Like, why wouldn't you?
Well,
If you still got an individual plan by yourself and you ain't trying to make one for y'all, then you need to be by yourself.
that would tell me that she don't trust him enough or whatever the case may be. But Michelle said, for me, I submit to the man that does right by himself, me or us. It has nothing to do with race.
There's nothing to do with what?
Race.
Nah,
That's
that's like I said overall, like I said earlier, if you take race out of it, if people just accept accountability for their actions, their role or whatever, and they actually learn to communicate, like you can work through shit so much easier. Like so much, like life would be a hell of a lot easier. But
Shirley,
people
did
don't
they
want to admit when
have
they
a complaint
wrong.
about the black woman? They want to have a complaint about the black woman because Shirley is saying, so why is it said that black women don't submit to black men? Neither are the women of other races. Because they want to have something negative to say about us.
No. It's not that. Is honestly they submit more. Like they know more about how to be a wife than a black woman. Not saying that they're just 100%. You know what I'm saying? The way that we want them type shit. Like no, everybody got their fucking faults. Everybody got some shit that you may not like. Now, I ain't say that was fucking perfect. I ain't say that. So don't think I'm looking at it like that. Like they perfect and black women just flawed. Like no, I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just saying they know more so how to be a wife than a black woman because they were more so raised that way.
Hey, Fancy. Pat said,
Go ahead.
I hate to burst your bubble again. African women say, don't come over here with that shit because you don't even treat your own women good. That's the other thing. Are we talking about Black American women? Because African women might submit.
Yeah, that I'm saying that's different. And first of all, I know for a fact I do. Man, so I ain't got nothing to do with what the American men not doing.
Many Black women submit to white men because they are more tender and nurturing. So for the first time, someone is loving them soft instead of tough. Ooh, that's a good one, Georgie. That's a good one. The white men
But you know what though?
the white men are loving the Black women softly.
But you know though, when a black man loves a black woman softly, again, in my experience, you know what I'm saying, he weak, you know what I'm saying, they take advantage of you, they talk shit about you, you know what I'm saying, they want to run you and all kind of shit. I said in my experience, so yes it is, and it's been more than one experience. You know what I'm saying, this is another reason why I am the way I am today. Because them nice guys finish last shit. And I know y'all heard that, and that's fucking true. Nice guys finish last. Nigga
That's
tried
what
that shit. And
y'all
that ain't get a motherfucker nowhere. That ain't get me nowhere.
I like a nice guy with a little edge. I mean, I'm gonna need him to put a Timberland on and step on my neck every now and again, but you know what I'm saying.
And see, and that's the thing. It's like y'all want this drug dealing thug, whatever, who don't deal drugs or whatever, but like going to motherfucking museums. And I was like, you ain't finna find this motherfucker. Like, stop fantasizing. Stop fantasizing.
You can wear Timbs to a museum.
You can wear Timbs, but again, you ain't y'all want this gang member that's hard than the motherfucker that'll run the whole motherfucking town, but don't do this shit no more. But as like I said, into museums and walks in the park and all this other bullshit. That motherfucker, y'all looking for a motherfucking Mr. Perfect. Please stop. Please stop.
That goes to the museum. I love it.
Like that shit ain't happening, man.
Georgie said, I hear white men love on you different. Black men say, I love you. I'll hold you down. I love you. I'm going to beat up your pussy. That's what black men say. So I wonder what white men say. Black men say, I love you. I'm going to beat up your pussy. I'm dead. Deb said, I agree with some of what Ghost is saying. Nice guys are ran over at times, but it's an art to it, Ghost. You can be gentle.
Nah. That's at all times. At all times. It ain't no art to being no tender ass nigga to no black woman. Ain't no art to that shit. I mean, if you a nice guy, again, like just a completely a nice guy, whatever, wanna be the man that women say that they want, you gonna get ran the fuck over. You gonna get ran the fuck over. Pure point blank. Ain't no other way around it.
I need to. Yes, Fancy, the natural leaders. I love it. Fancy said they command respect and not demand it, and they take the lead. Okay, because she said, I know some black men that are natural leaders. Some men just have it naturally. Maybe it's
it don't matter how much of a leader a man is if the woman ain't willing to follow. It ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter. And 9 out of 10, the ones that are these natural leaders that a lot of people know, or some niggas who are established and got a lot of money. So motherfuckers who already accepted before a woman even meet him, when she do meet him, see that he like that, yeah, of course she gonna follow him because he already where the fuck she wanted him to be. Hey, but a motherfucker like growing together wise, ain't no woman finna lead, ain't finna let no man lead. If y'all growing together, no, she wants to be the dominator too.
wait. Georgie said, I don't want none of what you are talking about. So, Georgie, what you be looking for in a man? Deb said, Ghost, you do hear us. Ghost, but do you hear what is being said, or are you so convinced you are just right? That's Deb again.
But I'm going off of my experience and the conversations that I have with other black men. You know
Pat
what I'm saying?
said,
Like that barbershop talk. That barbershop talk is real. Barbershop talk, guys sitting around bullshit and talk like that. We talk about all kind of shit.
wait, Pat said, Ghost, please tell me how you acted when you were soft. I want to picture that. Me too. How were you when you were soft, Ghost? Were you ever
Man,
soft? Because what the fuck?
man, I woke up, you know what I'm saying? Woke up, made sure I told you good morning every day, and told you I loved you every motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was, like I came to you, like I pretty much catered to you all the motherfucking time. Whatever I felt like was gonna make you happy, even if it was the smallest motherfucking thing, the smallest shit. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter what it was. Like I went out my way. Like I bought like flowers just on a random ass day, just to tell you I love you type shit. You know what I'm saying? I know it just the sweetest type of motherfucker you can ever think about. I was that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And they got a nigga fucked over. But the moment that I started really just dogging the bitch, that's when bitches really started respecting the nigga and ain't want to go nowhere, want to do all kind of shit for me. It's like, goddamn, why the fuck do I got to do all this to get this about you? I shouldn't have to. But honestly, I've seen, like I said, through experience, a lot of men will tell you, a nice guy gonna finish last. You know what I'm saying? And it be like that. Women will leave the nigga alone that's good for them, but they want that thug or want that roughneck motherfucker or the one that treat them bad or talk to them stupid. Like that be the one that women go crazy behind, not the one that's actually showing her that man, I do anything for you. I do whatever for you. Y'all motherfuckers don't really want this shit. You just talking that shit.
Your wife said, boy, you ain't hard, you nice.
I never said I was hard. Man, I never said I was hard.
Exactly. Don't you want to hear what the women are saying?
You said what?
Georgie said, you sound very mad today, Ghost, but I love you. He
I
sounds
ain't never mad. I ain't never mad. It's like honestly, it's
he's just
like I
passionate.
like I yeah, I'm very passionate about things I talk about, but it's like too though. When I say these things, I notice every time I've repeated these same things before. Again, I never hear any accountability for things because again, these would be my experiences that I know that people that went through. So clearly, it must be true. You know what I'm saying? But I never hear any accountability for none of this shit. It's always a fight back. You know what I'm saying? It's always a point the finger back.
But
Oh,
this
it's
is
like
how
because
we
black
learn from
man
each
this.
other. This is how we learn from each other. So, Ghost, I always appreciate you coming on here with your passion because whether we like to hear it or not, it's still a learning and teachable moment, right?
Now again, a lot of these are my past experience. Like I'm not currently
Yeah.
going through that. Like I said, I'm married and happy now, so like I'm not experiencing none of that extra bullshit like that. So
Yeah, exactly. Pat said, Ghost, that is what the average black woman wants, right? You just had the love and hip hop women before. You were sweet and we loved that.
man, like
Fancy said,
I'm, I'm
calm
still
you down.
I'm still naturally sweet to my woman. Like I'm still naturally gonna be sweet to my woman. You know what I'm saying until you show me not to be. You know what I'm saying? And I try my hardest not to go that route. Like I do my damnedest to stay sweet to you as long as I fucking can. Only because I know me. There's no middle ground.
Hmm.
There is no middle ground. You know what I'm saying? It's like either I'm gonna be super sweet to you or it's showtime, goddamn.
That's true.
Cause I feel like I'm way too nice. I feel like I'm way too motherfucking nice. Like I give you the shirt off my back. I give you the last motherfucking dollar in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what position that type of shit to put me in. You know what I'm saying? Like especially if I love you and I care about you. Like nigga, I give you my motherfucking last. So when I don't feel respected or feel like the energy is reciprocated, eventually at some point I'm gonna blow the fuck up.
Georgie said, "How many women were you sweetest to?" Because maybe, the hell. Good morning, Si. He
Good
said, "How
morning.
many women were you the sweetest to?" Because maybe those 4 people were the wrong people. But that's not all
I,
black women. Did they have attitudes when you met them? Were they nasty to others?
nope. I've been sweet to every woman that I dated my entire life up until uh my second kid's mom.
Okay.
Once I went through all the shit with my second kid's mom, I just got tired. I was like, you know what? I see that every bitch gonna show me exactly what the fuck it is every time, no matter what the fuck I do. So you know what? I'm finna give y'all bitches exactly what the fuck y'all really want, what y'all really respect. And when I start dogging the motherfucker, that's when I start getting it. And that shit pisses me off so much because I feel like, why in the fuck do I gotta do all this to get some respect out of you? Why I gotta treat you like that? Like I shouldn't have to. I don't want to treat you like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk to you stupid. Like damn, I want peace. I'd rather, you know what I'm saying, just be able to have a conversation, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But honestly, like I do know sometimes when I'm just trying to have a conversation that my passion do kick in sometimes, and I do get a little aggressive. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But I still, you know what I'm saying, I'm still working on controlling that. But at the same time, it's like I just be feeling it, man. You know,
I love it.
I be feeling like a lot of times I feel like people don't really fucking hear me. Like you listening, but you don't hear me.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I love it because I always say that certain topics on here, they could trigger certain people, take people back to places. You never know what's going on in people's lives on an everyday basis. So I love the passion. I love people who jump on here and provide their take on things with a lot of passion. That's what the show is for, right? And so I love that. We got to continue to keep the dialogue open because as long as we're talking, we're learning. What the fuck? Hey, Sai, what you got for us this morning?
So I wanted to jump on, then I got a call. It's
Your
been.
hair looks beautiful, babes.
Thank you. I went and got it washed,
I
y'all,
see that. It's
for a
clean.
weekend. So it's been wrapped up. But I just wanted to go back to something that I heard because I was listening while I was doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ghost has said that he feels like black men are never celebrated. He also feels like black women were raised um, in survival. If you look back from me and what I've experienced and what I've seen black women experience, we've always been left with the bag.
See,
Always.
Let her finish, Ghost.
Always left with the bag. Black men will come out here, they'll procreate, leave, woman holding the bag. Kids, leave the children, woman holding the bag. Leave, bills need to be paid, woman holding the bag. So I think, and then even in childhood growing up, my father and my mother got divorced when I was 12. Mother holding the bag while dad is wherever he is, dad is doing whatever he's doing. So I feel like there's something to be said about that. And women end up feeling like, yo, if I can take care of these things on my own, who do I need? Why do I need anyone? And I don't think that there's anything wrong with it, but I also think that women need to be open enough to say, hey, I do need support, I do need help, I do need somebody, not necessarily need, but want that can contribute to the household. But I feel like black women are always left holding the bag. Black men want to be celebrated and honored and bowed down to and have submissive women and all. But what are you doing to actually have a woman like that? And then if you aren't having women like that, aren't you held accountable for the women that you're choosing? So that's what I wanted to come on here and say.
I agree with you 1000%. I keep saying that. And
okay,
it takes us back to a prior conversation we had where they just don't like the word. They just don't like for us to say we don't need them.
Because I know a lot of women who will tell you, even myself, as hard as I am, being from New York, rough, thuggish, whatever. If you come into my life as my partner and lead properly, I have no problem with falling back, toning it down, being submissive, providing, doing whatever is necessary to keep and establish a healthy relationship. But you can't come in here half-assed and thinking that you're going to get praises. You can't come in here and procreate with me and think that you're going to be a god and treat it as such. You can't come in here and not bring to the table and provide and show stability and support and not show up the way that I need you to show up, but then get the accolades. That don't even make sense.
Mhm.
But Black men do that, right? They do whatever they want to do. They rip and run the streets. They make babies here and there. They get they do all of these things, but then they don't. Where's the accountability with that? But then Black women are criticized and chastised because we're not sitting here being like, "Oh, hail the Black man." No, if you show me what being a Black man is, I will eagerly submit to that. Well, not me, because y'all know I date women, but
Well, still make it for what your situation is. Still same sex, still whatever person that is, it still applies.
Okay, maybe I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but I will say,
and
uh,
you know,
like
Ghost, I love you. You know I love you. So
Yeah,
it's
Ghost
nothing
is
against
really
you.
sweet.
I'm gonna say, I took this comment as a trying to check me type of comment. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, no, hold on, I'm about to read to you. Hold on, slow down. Like I already said when I was talking, I said, you know, everything that I was explaining was shit in the past. I already stated that I'm not dealing, I don't deal with none of that no more because I'm married, I'm good, I'm happy now. You know what I'm saying? And I explained how, you know, I had to talk crazy again to women in my past. Like I said, I'm not dealing with that now. And the fact that Kenya, that you had to say, I don't care what you did in the past, it ain't happening here, family. Trust. It's
Okay,
like that comes off like an attitude. That comes like you trying to check me,
skip by that.
Who,
huh?
me?
You skip by that, Ghost.
You said you was hoping I skip by that.
Yes.
No, I caught all that.
I
That's what
was
I'm saying.
hoping.
It's like I already, like I celebrated you already. I said that we don't. You know what I'm saying, that I'm not dealing with that with you. And like I said, I took that comment as a trying to check me shit. Like,
That's why I was hoping you went by it, because you did say that you were talking about the past, not now.
yeah,
Yeah, not now. That's why I
Wait,
thought.
I'm sorry, real quick. Something I said or Robert
No,
said?
no side, not
no,
you,
Oh, okay.
not you.
I was just giving an example because also, you know, like I said, my parents got divorced, right? And then my dad was wherever he was doing and had a lot going on. But my mother was left with the bag, and the bag is all of the
Our
responsibility.
mother,
Huh?
our mother,
What do you mean?
our mother, meaning my mother too.
Yeah. And so Black women get frustrated by that because it's like, God damn, when do we get a break? When do we finally get the support and the respect that we deserve in order to not be left with the bag all the time, the responsibility all the time, the weight all the time, the pressure all the time. And then Black women get bitter, and it's justified. It's justified. Now, I'm not justifying staying bitter. I'm not justifying remaining that way for the rest of your life. But I also understand where it comes from, is what I'm
I gotta
saying.
restart
And
my
so when
sound at
people,
on.
it's
We
on
hear
go.
you.
Oh,
And that's what
he
Johnny
left.
is saying. Johnny said, I think there's a lot of unspoken hurt between Black men and women. And no one wants to take accountability because both sides will say, that's not me.
Because here's the other thing: Black men have their struggles
Yeah.
too. And that's why they don't feel
Yeah.
appreciated. That's why they're begging for someone to say, yo, honor me. I'm out here trying just
Yeah.
like you. But not every Black man is.
Yeah.
Just like every Black woman ain't bitter and out here not doing what they should be doing for their man. Everyone isn't the same, right? But to Johnny's point, there is a lot of hurt. There is a lot of pain. And it even ties back to slavery, right? And I believe that some of these things are innate. I believe that some of these things are generational.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah. And that's what we're saying. Like, how do we get to a point where both men and women in the Black community are taking accountability for where we are? Right? Because we don't know where it started from. We can only speculate because some of us have only been here, me, 56 years. But this has been going long before my 56 years, right? And so we don't know how it started. We don't know how it got raggedy, but we do know certain things that can be changed. And again, like I say, constant dialogue is a good start.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of healing to be done for Black men. There's a lot of healing to be done for Black women. And it is a conversation that needs to be had. And how do we move past it? How do we heal from it so we can be the best versions of ourselves, not just for ourselves, but for our children, for our partners, for our grandchildren, for our nieces and nephews. Those are the things, even growing up in New York, people have always told me, oh, you're rough. I am. I didn't come from white picket fences and houses. I came from the concrete jungle. And there was no other option. There was no other option.
Yep. That part, Pat, and that's what the world is scared of, the non-Black world. When we do get it together, we'll be a powerhouse. We will be. Right. And so it's I feel like it's on purpose that the Black community is attacked and we're kept separate in many ways, because together we'll be a powerhouse. Y'all gonna stop this on my show, both of y'all. Y'all gonna be nice.
Cool.
Them two, Ghost and the missus. Thoroughly right. That's what I read at Fancy. And that isn't his present situation. He was speaking in the past. He was speaking about the past. He wasn't speaking about current. He was speaking about the past. We all understood that to be so. Deb said her mama too. Her mama was left to hold the bag. I was left to hold the bag. My baby daddy was a crackhead. And so.
And it's not just, it's not just our mothers, right? Because even me, when my parents got divorced, I was left as the oldest in the household to hold the bag. Want to know why? Because now my mother's bitter, right? She doesn't want to speak to my dad. My dad is out doing whatever. So now it's tell your father I said. Tell your mother
it brings
said.
the kids into it.
Go get your brothers from school. Iron their clothes. Do you know my mother put me on a bus? I must have been maybe 14. Put me on a Greyhound bus with my two younger brothers to Virginia, because we used to go to Virginia to my mother's father's house, my grandfather's house in the summertime. One time he couldn't come get us. She put me on a Greyhound bus with two little boys and our suitcases. Now, Greyhound did not go from New York to Virginia. You had to get off. It might have been in like Maryland or DC and switch buses. I will never forget that. When I tell you traumatizing.
Okay, I had to do that before too.
This is what I'm talking about, that people won't relate to, how the Black women, you're right. We are raised on survival. And
I think Black men are raised on survival too, though. I think. What were you gonna say, Ghost? You had to do that too with your sibling?
Yeah, I ain't got no siblings.
All right, you don't have a child.
I had to do that too. Like get on the Greyhound bus and go far as hell by myself. I had to do that on a plane too, and catch another flight. Catch two flights just to get to one place. There wasn't no straight shot.
I was like, what are we doing? And why am I responsible for this?
I thought that was fun though. It was fun for me.
Well, that's because you didn't have siblings, so it's kind of different.
Oh yeah, well,
you didn't have the responsibility.
Yeah, you rolling dolo.
You were rolling dolo, but like, I had a similar situation. My mother had my brother was born 10.5 years after me. And so my mother was still working. She was a number runner. So she worked during the day. She running numbers at night. I was responsible to pick my brother up from the babysitter, feed his little ass. One night I forgot to feed him and I got in trouble for that. I was responsible for all that, and just still making sure that I got to school and did my own homework. And still I used to have like a long sheet of chores into the refrigerator Monday through Friday, actually through Saturday chores. Sunday was my only day off from cleaning. I felt like fucking Cinderella. And so when your father leaves, it doesn't just affect your mama, it affects the remaining kids in the household too. The fuck?
Especially the girls, right? Because the girls, we as women, females, are the one to take care of the children. We take care of the chores. We do the cooking. We go to the supermarket. We do the laundry. So, we apologize if we come off bitter sometimes. Yeah. But it's like, I look back and I say, sometimes you look at your child and you're like, damn, where was my childhood? Oh, go get your brother. Where your brother at? Why he ain't do? It's like I didn't have any children as a teen. These not my kids.
Yeah.
These are my children. And even now, as an adult, I had to tell my mother years ago. She calling me about my brother. Oh, he. I said he has a father. He has a father. I'm not his father. But if you haven't experienced that, if you haven't seen someone else experience that, then you don't know where the this is where the survival comes in at, right? Because this is all about surviving.
Listen, my brother is 46 years old. Look what I got. His wallet. I'm still his mama. Okay, he in jail. He in the hooscow. I'm still his. I take care of whatever he needs me to take care of. Like, I'm so tired of being a caretaker. People be looking at me and I'm like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want to caretake nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't have a childhood either because I had helped raise my brother. Before I got free, I was pregnant with my own. And then by 16, I had my own child. So I went from raising my brother to raising my own. And so now when I be outside, people be like, oh, fucking, I'm out. I'm all the way outside. Right now, I'm all the way the fuck outside. Because I've been caretaking most of my life. And so, yeah, I did grow up with that bitterness, that anger, that thing that said, I don't fucking need nobody. But it's not my fault that I grew up like that. It's what molded me, right? And so, like I said, we do apologize for being bitter and stuff like that, but we were raised out of survival. But I do believe that a lot of men are also raised out of survival, right?
Yep.
And so both of us being raised out of survival, we are trying to find that sweet spot as to what works for us when we're together. It's weird. Cheryl Lee said, that's why I said it's the Black family and not just the division of Black men and women. If we ever came together, we would rule this motherfucker.
Facts.
I agree.
Yeah. That's true. That's true, Deb. If you're dealing with problem after problem with your partner, then you got to ask, is this the motherfucker for me? The fuck? I agree with that. All right. Pat said, yes, it's on purpose. We are bamboozled. Drugs and mass incarceration. Modern slavery has destroyed many of our men. This started in the 1960s. Yeah. And so we're still fighting our way out of that. And they're hoping that we don't get it together. But I'm going to talk about it until I got no more breath in my lungs to talk about it no more, because we need to do fucking better. All right. We need to do better because I still have belief in our Black brothers and sisters. I do. Let's get it together. We can't even be friends. I'm gonna be honest. We so messed up. We can't even be friends right. Like we got a lot of shit to work on in our in our culture because we can't even be friends right. So
I do think with a lot of, police brutality, mistreatment of Blacks, all of that stuff now getting the visibility that it's getting, I think it is making us stronger. I think it is bringing us a little bit closer together as a people. It's unfortunate that it's these things that are doing it, but I do think that we are coming together a little bit closer than what we have seen in the past amongst our race. And I'm all for it. Whatever it is, it might not be the best of reasons, but I definitely think that there has been an improvement in terms of the connection amongst our people. I think we're getting a little bit better.
I want to agree with that. I mean, we got dialogue going, that's for sure. Many different platforms. People are constantly talking about it. People are coming together. And so, yeah, I do think we're getting a long way to go. But it's working. That's a positive thing. That's true. You won't know until you're knee deep in it. Deb said, I asked earlier, do people pray or seek counseling before getting married? I hate seeing couples go through it and get a divorce. I think, though, I think through it before it helps. I mean, I know some people that have gotten counseling before marriage, but I don't think that that's a majority out of the population of people that I know. I think as I'm older, I think that that is a prereq of mine, but it wasn't always a prereq of mine to get counseling before you go deep into a relationship. I think that everyone should have some kind of counseling before marriage. Ghost, I think you and Fancy did counseling before marriage too, right? Yeah. So I think that that's a good point. You know, a lot more of our couples are doing that. Um and so hopefully that helps.
Yeah, I would want
Me
to do
too.
that.
I
I mean, I've done my own therapy just as an individual, but I definitely think having premarital therapy or counseling would be completely
Yeah.
awesome.
What about pre-living together?
I would want to live with my person before
No, I
getting
mean
married.
counseling.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Cause I would say
You know, that's one thing about me. I've never lived with anybody. And I think about that all the time because I say to myself, you know, being alone so long and never having to have shared your
exactly.
space, at least for a long period of time. You know, weekends is
Yeah.
whatever. But I think about that. I'm like, oh my God, I have to adjust to their
And
living
they have
and they
to
have
adjust
to
to you.
adjust to my lifestyle of living. Cause like in the morning, right? I don't like a lot of noise. I don't all that blasting music, you know. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm.
That's
Let's keep the
I'm gonna
volume
irritate the
down.
fuck out of you. Cause Alicia on.
Let's keep it down. Let me smooth into this. Let me ease into this shit.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think about that. That's a good
Yeah.
question.
Counseling pre-living together because I too live with my partners before we get married. I do. I always did. Let's live together for a while. The fuck. And I think that I wouldn't wait to get married because if I did, my last relationship was 20 years and we never got married because living together, we had so many issues. Like every time we turned around, it was like, never mind, I don't want to get married. Never mind, you don't want to get married. Me neither. Right. We found so many problems that prevented us from taking the next step forward. Right. So for me, if I decided to move in and partner with someone, I would start counseling. And you're right, Fancy K, as our legitimate therapists on this show, you're right. Their counselors and therapists aren't magicians, right? But it's a start, right?
Yeah. Gets the conversation going,
It,
gets the ball
it
turning.
gets some conversation going. Exactly, it helps. Pat said, "Thank God for the internet and taping the crap that's going on has helped us know our trials and tribulations. The world knows I have faith in us." Yes.
I have faith that we'll get it together. And I think, you know, having these conversations, highlighting certain things, you know, it gets the conversation going about things that we need to
Yeah.
change, whether as a people or just within
Yeah.
ourselves.
And I think it's okay sometimes to be angry when you're expressing yourself because I don't want to tell people, oh, you sound angry or don't be so angry. Because if this is how you fucking feel, this is what the platform is for. Express yourself, right? If you're angry about something, whether it's in your past or it's in your present, you know, or this is what you foresee for yourself in the future and you're passionate about it and you come across strong, that's okay. I don't take offense by it.
Yeah, I definitely I'm like ghosts. You know, if it's something that I'm super passionate about, my voice goes
Mhm.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
It gonna sound like anger, but it
Right. It's
isn't.
just
You know what I
passion.
mean?
Yeah, I get it. You know, there's some shit that I'm passionate about. If you tell me to calm down, don't want to cut you. I want to poke you. Let me be passionate. Right. And so I appreciate y'all jumping on the show and being as passionate as y'all are about topics and stuff because it gets us to the places that we need to hear. It gets us what we need to know. Right. Fancy K said at P, I don't think people are completely honest though. Giving a therapist nothing to work with. That part. That's why sometimes therapy take years. Like I be looking at some folks and they be like, I've been in therapy 3 years. I'm like, for real, because it don't show. Like you fucking being honest. Are you telling them the fucking truth?
Yeah, I
Like what
agree
the
with
fuck
that,
is
Fancy.
happening? Like I know people that be in therapy for years and I be like, what? You still fucked all the way up. Like are you being honest? So you got a great point.
Hey,
You
Kwanzaa.
know, be honest with your therapist
Yeah.
because they are not miracle workers. Okay. And it takes time, because when me and my ex came from therapy, we stood in front of the therapy place on 14th Street and fought, argued, big loud argument, and wind up walking separate directions and went home separately. We lived in the same place. But sometimes therapy can like poke a beast in you. It takes time, y'all.
Love y'all.
Yes,
I'm a jump,
yes,
but I'll still
good.
watch.
Yes, Johnny, passionate conversation, as long as we keep it respectful. And for the most part, we do. We do. Right? Nobody on here calling each other bitches and hoes. We love each other. All right. And so with that, it is Monday. And sometimes Coffee with Friends have passionate conversations. And that's all right. We are human beings. We are trying to work through this thing we call life. We are trying to get through all of our trials and tribulations. We are trying not to be depressed about the past, have anxieties about the future. We are trying to focus on the now, but still understanding that we do have to prepare for the future, right? How do we navigate all of this and still have healthy relationships? How do we have healthier families, right? How do we get to a place where we are strong from a community perspective, right? How do we get back to that village mentality? We got to keep talking about it. We got to hear the passion of other people. We got to walk through people's pain and their trials and tribulations. You might not always agree with their perspective, but their experience is their experience, right? It's not ours. And for them to come on the show and be able to unpack their past experiences with us and be passionate about it is a beautiful thing. It's a teachable moment, okay? And that's what we're here for. Coffee with Friends. We're here to love up on each other. We're here to grow. We're here to share with one another, right? Support each other through good and bad. Johnny Leon Hill says sometimes we need a therapist because that third person allows you to say things that can't be spoken without your feelings being put down or dismissed. That part. Okay. Shirley said yes at Deb. That's why, in my opinion, communication skills are paramount to learn in a relationship. Sometimes one-on-one is necessary before couple therapy, right? Yeah. I love it. And so with that, y'all, I'm going to send y'all out a couple of announcements. You know, I'm trying to I am hopping my ass over to Florida for a week to spend time with my mother in October. November 16th to November 20th, we will be in Houston. All right. Houston, November 16th. And then the 17th and the 19th, we'll be in Galveston, Texas. And then the 19th, we will be back in Houston. And then the 20th, we get back on the fucking plane and we come back the fuck home. I need to call Fancy and Deb and sit down and create the agenda. I will do that over the next 2 weeks. Fancy and Deb, I will give you guys a call. We will have a couple of, planning sessions. We'll need Peanut as well to go over the Friendsgiving menu. We'll discuss the itinerary, scheduling, and then I'll start to promote and share and advertise the events that's going to be happening in Houston, Texas, November 16th through November 20th. After the Houston trip, I'm going to chill for a bit, because then I have to sit down and straddle up for my birthday, right? Because 57 is coming. And so I got to figure out to do something. I got to go on vacation. And this time I'm taking my mama with me, God willing, if I can scrape up the money. But, these are the things that are coming. So November, Houston, here the fuck we come. This is going to be a Coffee with Friends turn up. We're going to be doing Coffee with Friends after dark. We're going to be doing a wine tasting, possibly, if we can squeeze that in. We're doing Friendsgiving. We're doing all our games and activities in Galveston, Texas. All right. So come with your good spirit and your good attitude. Don't come there with the shits, because you will get put the fuck out of the beach house. Now, I'm just the fuck saying. Don't come there with the attitude. Don't come there with controversy, because you will get put out. So make sure you have monies for a hotel room in the event that your personality clashes with the rest of the people in the house. I'm just saying, the fuck, because we going with love, and I'm always for the shits. And so I'm very playful. I'm very flirty. I don't want your mans. I don't want your womans. We just there to have a good time. All right. And so with that, I'm going to send y'all out. Frenchie said, that's why I think people should go to therapy by themselves before couples therapy. Because if you are not willing to look within yourself, you're not going to want to make necessary changes for your relationship. That part, that's why I need to fuck. And Frenchie keep telling me to go to fuck therapy. I be past fainting and shit in the doctor. She be like, bitch, you ain't in therapy yet? The fuck? I need to hurry up. I'm telling you. All right. But I'm going to send y'all out with some positive vibes because you know what I say. No matter how low, you can still what?
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Yep.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
Uh-huh.
I never answer to no, man, I still go.
And I don't. This is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Come back Thursday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm in the office, y'all. But I love y'all. Move with peace and love. Get this message on the way out. Hey, I be making moves. Hey, I've been doing shit my way or the highway.
And in the driveway is no swings. Cause I grind through the climb, I ain't waiting.
Hey.
Bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain
anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient. Just believe what? With the negativity. But I just slide right by that energy.
Even when you feel low,
You can still
go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
I never answer to no, man, I still go. Peace, y'all. Until Thursday, I'm out. Hey.